But one day in Vietnam, we had gone out to the north of a place called Doc To, and on the way out there, the mission was scrubbed. The Somebody had got the team out, and they no longer needed us. So we were turning around and going back home to Holloway with a complete load of fuel and all of our armament, rockets and minigun ammunition, everything. Excuse me. And I was piddling with the radios, seeing if I could get any transmission or what was going on. And I happened to stumble across a Fox Mike FM radio, which were what gunship teams and slick teams used to communicate to guys on the ground. And I stumbled across this guy running, obviously running because he was panting, and he was saying, "Anybody help us? Can anybody help us? Can anybody hear us? Anybody?" Panting, and you could hear the brushes and everything hit his face, and I think they called it a Prick 25 radio on his back. And I said that I'll call him Beta 4. I didn't remember exactly what his call sign was. It's been too many years ago. But I said, Beta 4, this is Crocodile 2. Where are you? And he said, kept babbling, I can't talk now. They're right on us. They're right on us. There's a whole company of them. And I gathered from him that it was a LERP team, a 4-man LERP team that was being chased by at least 200 North Vietnamese Army regulars that had been discovered, which was generally not a good thing to have happen to you. And I mean, the NVA usually didn't stop to give you awards. But anyway, I said, I got his coordinates. He gave me his coordinates, and I looked at the sectional, gave the aircraft to the co-pilot, looked at the sectional, and I realized we were right on top of the guy. And so I said, we are right in your area. Please pop smoke. In other words, mark your location with a smoke grenade so we can know where you are and tell us where the enemy is, and we can help you. He said, I can't. And he was still running. I can't. They're too close. They'll give our position away. I said, if you don't pop smoke, we can't help you. We'll blow you away, or we won't even know where you are. The jungle wasn't thick, but you couldn't see exactly what was going on the ground with humans on the ground. And I said, pop red smoke, or some color. And he finally agreed to do it, and he did. And I said, where's the enemy? And at that time, about that time, I saw them dashing across a dried up rice paddy, the 4 of them, and going toward a tree line. And I said, I want you guys to go to that tree line. I'm calling a slick in and a chase to get you guys out. Where's the bad guys? And I no sooner got that out of my mouth than there they were on the field, and you could see their muzzle flashes trying to kill them. Well, that was their big mistake, because they gave their position away. And Mac brought it around. I was winging on him, and he caught them right in the field with 2.75-inch high explosive rockets and minigun ammo. And of course, they turned their guns on us immediately. And he made his pass and came back around, and then I came in, and we basically cleared the area, so to speak. and got that team out, every one of them alive. And the North Vietnamese hadn't fared so well that day. Um, I think we must have taken the whole company out. But anyway, what was really rewarding to me about it was sometime later, I can't remember exactly when, but Mac had gone home, and I was getting a short timer. As I say, I call this guy Beta Floor 4. He came to, we were having a stakeout once, 2 or 3 times we had it over there is all. And we had it in big 55-gallon drums cut in half. They made indigenous charcoal, and they had somebody come up with some steaks. And we were all there at night, and we were having this stakeout and drinking a beer, and all of a sudden I heard this guy calling my call sign and my nickname, and Mac. Is Mac here? Is Crocto's Pigpen here? And I said, I'm over here. And this guy came up with, I don't remember whether it's 2 or 3 other guys. They were all together. And they identified themselves as Beta 4. That was extremely rewarding. And they wanted me to thank Mac for them, and I said I certainly would when I got back to the States. And they gave me heartfelt hugs. I like to think maybe that I had a hand in them having full and complete lives, and that's what I feel good about. Things like that.